Hello students of class 8, once again I'm Sudhi and welcome back to my video. In today's video I will show you what is compound interest. The same chapter number 8 we are continuing, and this is the last part of the chapter and also the last exercise. So before we begin the last exercise 8.3, so let us try to understand what is compound interest. My dear student, you know already what is an interest. The interest of some amount is the another amount that we have to add after completion of a certain period. For example, let us assume that, let us think that you get loan, you borrow money from a money lender or maybe from bank. Okay, so certain amount you borrowed, and you borrowed that amount for a certain period of time, maybe for 2 years, maybe for 3 years, maybe for 4 years. So according to the deals you are having, and after the completion of this 4 years, or after the completion of 3 years of the borrowing the money, you have to give some more extra money than or more than the money you borrowed. For example, you borrowed 1,000 rupees. 1,000 may not be that money you borrowed, maybe in terms of big thousands, or maybe some more lakhs also maybe there. But let us assume that 1,000 rupees you borrowed from somebody, I mean from the money lender or bank, and you borrowed that money for some purpose or for some your say needs, necessaries, that you want to use that money for 2 years or 3 years. That years is the time only, and this particular time you have to calculate some amount as you agree, maybe per month or per annually. If you are going to borrow for 3 years, after 3 years you have to return the money. When you return the money, in returning time you add some money extra there. That extra money is called interest. And interests are of two types. Interests are of two types. See, at the end of the at the end of, suppose let's get the end of certain period. Okay, period. There is time. We assume, okay, time. 2 years or 3 years or 4 years. So so the money will return will return will return adding some extra money, okay, some extra amount, okay, will be added to the money you borrowed. That is called, okay, the money will return called, it is called interest. The extra money that you add while returning is called interest, and interests are of two types. So interest is to be noted by big I, interest. So interests are of two types. One is called simple interest, and another one is called compound interest. Compound interest. So my dear student, interest is some extra money we add on the money we borrowed and return after some time, after certain period of time. So that extra money is called interest. And interests are of two types. First one is called simple interest, and next another is called compound interest. Now today in this chapter we are going to study about compound interest. So, but before that we have to understand again once more what is simple interest. Simple interest are the interest that where the interest will not be changed at any years. But in the compound interest, something will be happen in the interest of the previous year when it continues for the another years again. For first year, certain amount will be the amount, that is the money you borrowed plus interest will be amount, and that amount will already include the interest of the previous year. So the interest of the previous years, what happened, it will become the money borrowed again, and the rest will be calculated on the interest of the previous year. Like this, it is happening in the compound interest. Once again, in the simple interest, the interest will not be changed. The interest will remain as constant here for all the years. Okay, but in the compound interest, the interest will become the money borrowed. Okay, S, and the interest will again calculate to the interest of the previous year. Like this, the compound interest is. But let us try to understand once more here. So the compound interest, the simple interest is simply is P R T by 100 to find out. Clear? Simple interest SI. Clear? And compound interest CI. Actually, what I can to find out the CI, we need the amount. Okay. CI will be the amount minus interest. Amount and interest. Okay. So what happened? We have to find out the amount and we will get the interest here. So sorry. Here it is. Amount minus principal. Amount minus principal. Principal should be minus. Then we get the compound interest. But amount, we have to find out the amount. Amount. So amount will be principal into 1 plus R over N to the power of n. So n is time. This is time, number of time, number of years, number of days, how much of time will be. Okay, this is time. Listen. So this formula you are supposed to remember and supposed to study this formula. Compound interest is amount minus principal and amount is equal to E into 1 plus R per 100. My dear student, here are some more points we have to learn. There is amount. What is amount in simple interest? In the simple interest, amount is the principal plus interest. Okay, principal plus interest. But in the simple interest, this principal plus interest, and in the compound interest, the amount will be into 1 plus R over 100 to the power n. N is the time, number of periods or number of years. For how many years the money is to be borrowed. Okay. And now guess then, what is the principal? Principal. Amount is the principal plus interest, principal interest. Okay. But amount in the compound interest, amount will be P into 1 plus 100 to the power n. Okay, this the amount. Let's find out the amount first, then we can find out. Okay. But the principal, what is the principal? The principal is the money you borrow. For example, you borrow 1,000 rupees, isn't it? 1,000 rupees from somebody. This is called the principal. The money you borrowed is called the principal, and then rate. Rate is the rate of interest. Actually, rate of interest, the interest is used to be calculated every year. My dear student, the interest is used to be calculated for every year, not monthly, but it is yearly, so it is annually calculated. The interest. So the rate is per annum. The rate will be in terms of percentage. Okay, rate will be in terms of percentage. You will get here and this rate. Maybe 5% or 4% or 6% or 10%. Okay, means per 100 rupees you have to give that much of it. For 4%, for every 100 rupees you have to give 4 rupees, 4 rupees. In that way we calculate the interest, okay, of the year after completing the year on the principal amount. Okay, clear? In the simple interest, I'm talking about simple interest. Okay, clear? Then next time. Time will be years. Annually means annually. Time will be annually, and in the compound interest, what happened? Since the compound interest is used to be adding again and again the principal money. Means you are borrowing for 1,000 only, but what happened? That principal money will be changed in the next year. Why? Because your principal will become again more when it completes 1 year. When it finishes 1 year, the first year it will be calculated for the simple interest, and the next year will be calculated on the amount of the previous year. Amount means principal plus interest is called amount. Here. Okay, amount is principal plus interest. So on this principal plus interest, your interest will be again calculated. Means calculating the interest on interest again in the next year. That's why it is called compound interest. Okay, compound interest. So compound interest formula. First of all, you must know that compound interest is amount minus principal. Amount, how we get the amount? Amount will get with this formula that principal into 1 plus r upon 100 to the power n. N is number of time, and n will be given. Time will be given as half yearly or annually. You have to calculate half yearly, or you have to calculate annually. But in the terms of this simple interest, always you will find that it is given annually for 1 year. But here in the compound interest, you will find that sometimes to be calculated every half yearly like this. Understand? So half yearly, how we can calculate, that we will discuss. Okay, clear? Half yearly means compound interest for 1.5 years, like this, or maybe 2.5 years, or maybe for half years only. But some situations will come out so that we will try to solve it. Okay, clear? So now from here we understand that what is compound interest, what is simple interest, what is principal. Principal is the money you borrowed, or the principal is the money that borrowed. Okay, clear? And what is the simple interest? Sorry, what is rate? Rate is the rate of interest. For example, rate will be given in terms of percentage. So what is given in the percentage is the rate of interest. That you have to understand. And time will be given as years or annually. Okay, clear? In the simple interest, but in the compound interest, you will have a situation that it used to be compounded half yearly, like, okay, for 1 year or for 2 years. Okay, then if compounded half yearly for 1 year, 2 times, you have to be calculated, because 2 halves are there, isn't it? 2 halves are there in 1 year, and for 1.5 years, 3 halves are there, means 3 n will become 3. Annual means, suppose annually 1 n will become 1. Half yearly for 1 year means on 1 year 2 halves are there, so this will become 2. Half yearly compounded or annually compounded. Then we have to aware of these two terms or versions. Okay, in the questions, whether the question is asking to compound it annually or half yearly. Time will be given. Time will be given period will be given, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years, okay, maybe 1 year, okay, or maybe 1.5 years. That period will be given. Certain period of time will be given, but compounded annually or half yearly, then we have to focus, or we have to aware of that things. Clear? So 2 ways are there. That means 2 ways of calculating the amount raised there. Annually is there one, and another is half yearly. Then we have. So with this, let us start our next exercise, exercise 8.3. And when you go to high classes, more you will learn about the compound interest. Don't worry for it. So this simple basic of the compound interest is your now to go with this exercise 8.3. So here we start at 8.3. Okay, my dear students, just before we start, I want to clear one more points here. Let us take this example to clear a little more about the difference between the simple interest and compound interest. See, let us think that you and your friend are borrowing the same money, 1,000 from a person, and looking to the favor of you and your friend, the person is saying that you must give simple interest, and your friend is taking the money or borrowing money with the compound interest. So let us see who is giving more, or who, both of you will give the money after 2 years. Time is given for 2 years. For 2 years, you are going to use. Okay, clear? And now, what you are taking for on simple interest, and your friend is taking on compound interest with the same amount. So let us see that. See, simple interest. Okay. For simple interest, how we can find out simple interest? Simple interest SI is equal to P RT by 100. Isn't it? P RT by 100. That means principal is 1,000 here into rate is 2, time is 2 and rate is 10. Then this 100 will be down. Okay. So here you can tell this 1 0 from here, 1 0 from here, 1 0 from here. Now you are going to multiply this 2 into 100. Okay, 2 into 100, understand? That means 200. So 200, rupees 200, rupees 200 is the simple interest. So rupees 200 is the simple interest. So at the end of the 2 years, what is the amount you have to give to the person? Let us see. What is the amount that you will give to the person after 2 years? So amount will be principal plus interest, isn't it? Principal interest we got here, so principal how much is that? 1,000. 1,000 plus 200 is equal to rupees 1,200 is the money you have to give to the person after 2 years, isn't it? And for your friends here, let us see how much your money is, your amount is business, but for that person, how much the total amount will be given here. Okay, clear? See, compound interest. Okay, compound interest, for the compound interest, what we have to do is that they send compound interest annually. Let's do for annually. How many will be? Okay, annually. Then you see here, uh, yeah. So first of all, we are going to find out the amount, isn't it? Yes, amount. Amount is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 N. Now, principal how much? 1,000. Isn't it? 1,000. Then you 1,000 into 1 plus then R how much? 2 by then for N. N how much? N 2 is given here twice, isn't it? And where it is 2. Okay, half elements will be 4 because 4 half elements are there in 2 years. That's why it will become 4. It asks half yearly, but it is there is that is annually. So annually means you take 2. Now we have like this 1,000 into here you see take the LCM. LCM will be first we do one thing. Cancel this 1 by 25. So 1 by 50. 1 by 50. So here you get a 50 plus 1 by 10 into 2. Now you got here 1000 into 51 by 10 into 51 by 10. So this 2 10 and this 2 will be cancelled here. Now you please multiply 51 and 51. 1 1 is 1, 1 5 is 5, 5 1 is 5, 5 5 is 25. Here then 1 0 6 2. Then so here the amount is 2,680. My dear student, let us start again from this here because the red I was taking 2 again, here also 2 again. Red should be 10. I was mistake there. I did not take this red 10. Okay, I was taking two. Mistakenly, I took it here also, here also. So I'll just will just see once again. Okay. So my dear student, let us repeat once again because I take here to this two. Okay, this two is for this n only, not r. Okay, but by mistakenly I take. So let's come back once again. See, principal we know that it is 1000. 1000, yes. Then into in the bracket 1 plus 10 upon 100 and we will do like this. Then you see here, my dear student, 10 will be how much? This 2, yeah, we can see, isn't it? Yes. Then we get here uh, LCM. Okay. LCM, you take LCM, we get 10. Here will be 10, 1, 10, 10 plus 1. That means here 1000 into 11 by 10. 2 to the power is the 2, isn't it? Yes. Power is the 2, then we have to take 2 times 11 by 11 by 10, 11 by 10, 2 times we will take here. Yes, like this. Got it. Now, yes. Then these two tens and 2 0 will cancel. Then here amount will be rupees. You know how much? 11 11 are 121 and this 10 multiplied we get here. So here the amount to be paid after 2 years by your friend is 1210 where you get only 1200. Okay, so here what we are doing, how much interest is given here? Let us see interest. CI is one verse is amount minus principal. There is amount how much now? 1210 minus 1000. Okay, there is 210. 210 is the interest. Here interest is 210, your interest is 200 here only, isn't it? So my dear student, the current amount is 1210 and yours is 1200. So your friend is giving some money more if he or she is taking the money or borrowing the money on interest. Okay, clear. This is what we can. So my dear student, here what happened? See, for 2 years, okay, first year, okay, so 10% of the 100, 10% of the 100 is 100. Okay, 10% of the 100 is 100. Second year also 100 rupees. For first year 100, for second year also 100. So that's why you are doing 200 after 2 years. But here what happened? First year will be simple interest. Okay, simple interest. Then yes, it will be 100 rupees. Okay, first year. But second year what happened? The compound interest. Compound interest will be calculated on the amount of the first year. Amount of the first year will be 1000 plus 100, isn't it? So here what happened? This 10% of the amount 1100. So this will be the interest of the second year. Correct? That's why here another 10 rupees is more here, or some money is more here. Understand? But here first year also 100, second year also 100 rupees is the interest. But here the combined interest what happened? Interest rate is 10%, so 100. First year will consider this 100 will also be included in the principal of the second year. The principal of the second year will be the amount of the first year. Amount is the amount is the money that we calculate at the end of a certain period. That is the principal plus interest, simple interest, isn't it? It is amount. But amount of the first year will be the principal of the second year in the amount that we have. That's all clear. So we just let us go to our exercise 8.3. We can discuss more on the process. Okay. Hello, we are going to, last time we are going to calculate the amount and find out the compound interest on this given condition. This 10,800 is the principal money, and 3 years is the time, and the rate of interest is 12.5, or we can say 12.1.5%. And that compound interest should be uh, calculate or calculate interest annually, not half year, annually. So annually means we have to take 3 years, 3 annually. Okay. So here, first of all, we have to understand that principal money is rupees 10,800. Okay. Then time, T for time. Okay. Time is time actually is n. Okay. N. N. In fact, it is time only. So there is how much? 3. Then rate. Rate R. Okay. There is how much here? 12. 1 by 2 percentage. So this, let us convert it into this one, fraction of the total fraction. 12 to 24, 25 by 2%. Let us take this. Okay. Then compound it annually. Keep this in your mind. So we will take 3 years. If it is half yearly, then 3 into halves, how much that? 6 years. Isn't it? Then we are going to do. Now let us see that. Now, my dear student, look here. First of all, we are going to find out the amount. So amount A is equal to P into 1 plus R400 over N. This is the formula to find out the amount and the amount, isn't it? Then from here we can find the amount, the interest. Okay. Then you see here it lies there amount. Amount we are going to find out now. So P how much? 10,800 into, okay, in the bracket 1 plus R rate how much? Rate is 25 by 2. 25 by 2, and sorry, this is not 1000, okay, this is 100. So this 100 will be here. 2 is from here only, where 25 by 2, 25 by 2. Then 100 is one. Yeah. Then n how much? In here how much? 3. So we'll take 3. This 3 years. So we'll take 3 as n. Okay. Then we'll find out. I guess then now we get 10,800 into. It is always rupees. This also must be rupees. Okay. Then you see here. If you cancel these two, you will get 1 and here 4. Isn't it? Yes. 25 minus 25, 25 for the 100. Now actually we have here 1 plus 1 by 2 into 4. Isn't it? Into 4 is how much? A you are doing. A is power 3. Then next you see here rupees 10,800 into. Now in the bracket what you get here? You get here 8. Isn't it? You get here 8. 1 is 8, 8 plus 1 is 9, and then you get 3. Now, finally what we get here? Amount. Amount is rupees 10,800 into 9 by 8 into 9 by 8 into 9 by 8. Okay. So 3 times. 3. Also we have to take 3 times this multiplication. So my dear student, you see here, you can cancel here again and again with here by cancelling with here. So let us see by multiplying 9 by 8 3 times with this, how much we get here with this. Okay. So my dear student, you see here by multiplying all this, we will get here 15,337.34 here. So the only thing is that you see you take the cube of 9, okay, and multiply with this. In the cube of 9, what is the cube of 9? You find out 3.9 you will multiply with this number and you will get another value. So then you divide by 2 of 3. In this way, you can find out your own calculation. Okay, clear? But the answer is now 15,377.34. So what happened now? Now we have to find out the compound interest. Compound interest is amount minus principal. So amount, how much amount we can get? This is the amount. So amount is rupees 15,377.34 minus what was the amount? 8,800. Okay, that means rupees how much we get here? You see, yeah. Yes. 45377.34 is the amount. Now 45,377. Okay. So interest will 4,577.3. Now this is the compound interest. Compound interest is this and amount is this. Okay. So these are the answer of question number 1 and let us see question number next question. Okay. See next question number B is this as it is. So looking at this, you can try question number B. So let us go to another question. Okay. My dear student, again here in this calculation, don't reject yourself. Take the cube of 8, cube of 9, cube of 9, and you multiply this and divide by the cube of 8. You will get this. Okay, clear? So in this type of calculation, if you want to use some other aids, carry on. Okay, but we need to find out. Okay, then we know that compound interest is amount minus principal. That amount is this much and principal is this much, and that their subtraction means the difference is after subtracting them we are getting here 4,577.34 is the compound interest. Interest that used to be 8 give x extra. Okay, this is the answer. So number B, you try same question only. So let's go to the next one. Okay. So my dear student, next question, question number C. In question number C, you see it is a different one. It is compounded half yearly. This is about half yearly. So for yearly, we will take that the time or the given time. Okay, time here is this time here, but here the time is given here 1.5 years. But the compounded interest or the calculation of the compound interest should be half yearly, every half years, not annually. Okay, clear? But the rate is given here for a year together. So what we have to do is that you see my dear student, the principal P, principal money will be same. P is 62,500 is the principal money. Now here my dear student, rate, okay, rate is equal to 8%. 8% is per annum. 8% is per annum. But what happened for half yearly that rate will be half. That is 8 by 2% half yearly. 8 by 2% half yearly. That means how much? 4%. Half yearly means for half yearly it will be 4%. For 1 year, 8%. You know, if we have to calculate for half year means half. Half of 8 means 4% is to be taken as a rate for half year. Okay, clear? Half yearly. The messenger half year. Understand? So let us now again consider about the time. Now time is your in. Okay, that is 1 by 2 years. 1 by 2 years means 1.5 years. 1.5 years. How many half years are there? 3 half years are there. 3 half years are there. So these 3 we will take. Okay, that's what we will do. we'll take this 3. Understand? Because how many houses are there in 1.5 years? There will be 3. 2 for 1 year and another half year is taken, isn't it? So 3 half years are there. So 3 we will take. Understand? Then now we start to find out the amount. So amount, how amount is, we know that P into 1 plus R upon 100 the power n, isn't it? Now implies that P, how much the P is that? No, not imply, just is equal to P how much? Let me start from here, okay? This side. P will be rupees how much? 62,500 is the principal. Then into, in the bracket you see here 1 plus R how much? R will not take 8, will take 4 here because we have to go to find out for the half yearly, isn't it? Then R will be 4 by 100, isn't it? 4 by 100 into n to the power n. N how much we are supposed to take here? N, so time is given that 1.5 years, in altogether in 1.5 years there are 3 half years, isn't it? That means we will take 3 once again. Okay, 3 once again here. So my best friend now, next what we get here is rupees 62,500 into. Now in the bracket you see we'll take LCM will be 100 now. Here 1 into 100 is 100. 100 plus 4 is 104 into 3. So to get the amount we have to multiply. We have to multiply rupees 62,500 into 104 by 100 into 104 by 100 into 104 by 100, 2 times. So my dear friends, you see here these numbers are with 0, so you know how to do with this, isn't it? Or with them also. So dividing a number by the number having zeros, what we'll do with the points you know that we need. So that way you do and we'll talk. Okay, let's see. For example, just like this rupees on the top 62500 into 104 into 104 into 104. So what happened? 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. You multiply this and put the 0. I mean put the points according to 0. Okay, multiply all this first. So let us see how much we will get here. So after my calculation, I got this calculation is 70,304. That means the amount is 70,304. So we are going to find out the compound interest. The compound interest, find the compound interest will be the amount minus principal. So how much the amount? Amount is 70,304 minus principal amount 62,500. So we have to minus this, and how much we get here? Let's see. We get here 004, then and this. Yes, it is 736 point, yeah. So this is the answer. Okay. So the compound interest is 732.20 and our amount, the amount is here. This is the amount. Okay. Amount is this. So this is the answer for question number C. In this way, question number D and E also can be solved out. So try any of E or D, okay, and just check yourself whether you can do or not. If you cannot do, then we will. This calculation, you just do it yourself and try it yourself. You will get, okay, you will get the calculation. Okay. So let's go to the next question now. Hello students of class 8, now see you once again. We have question number 2. Question number 2 is a little lengthy process, okay? I will show you just to understand only. See, we will do it in 2 parts. Instead of carry on with with this very short term, but it is very confusing. But I will try to show you in a little long way so that you understand. After you understand, you can make this sort of thing. See, first of all, you see that one girl, in that question, one girl was borrowing rupees 26,400, okay, with the rate of 15% per annum, 15% per annum, okay, per annum, and interest should be calculated, means the compound interest should be calculated annually, not half yearly, annually, yearly, okay, clear? But time n is given here 2 1 by 3. 2 1 by 3. 2 1 by 3 is there. We have a little thing to think on it. Okay. We have a little thing to think here. Means that, say 1 by 3 is not even the half of the year also. 1 by 3 of the years. Not in a quarterly also. Very difficult here. So what we have to do is that, my dear student, we will calculate the amount for the first 2 years. Okay, we'll calculate the amount for the first 2 years, and then we'll calculate for this 1 by 3 of the years. This is the 4 months. 4 months, you know 4 months is 1 by 3. Okay, because 4 months there are 12 months in 1 year, so 1 year you will divide by 4, you will get 1 by 3. Yeah, you will get 3, so 4 months means 1 by 3 of the years. If you divide by 12 by 4, you get 3. Yeah, 3. So what happened? 4 months is 1 by third of the years. 4 months is 1 by. Actually, in the book it's given here 2 years and this time is 2 years and 4 months. That is 50 days. Okay, 4 months. So what happened? 4 months is 1 by 3 of the years. Once again, why? Because 4 months 3 times are there in a year. Because 12 months are there, if you divide by 4, you get 3. So 3 means 4 months means 1 by 3 or 1 by third of the year. 4 months will be represent 1 by 3 of the years. Yeah. So time will be 2 1 by 3. Listen, the book is given here. In the book is given here 2 years and 4 months. So 2 years in here and 4 months will represent 1 by third of the years. So 1 by 2. So what will happen? This is not half also, isn't it? Even half year we can go for half year, isn't it? So it is not half also. So what we have to do is that we will calculate for 2 years, and after that, the amount we are getting for the 2 years, then we will calculate for the 1 by third of the years. And we will take 1, but we will take the rate as 1 by third of the rate. That's all. Clear? 1 years will be take, n will be take 1. N will take 1 at the time. Okay, 1, and we will take the 1 by third of the, because rate is per annum. Rate is per annum. So for these 2 years, it's okay. For this 2 years, 15% will take it. It's okay. But for this 1 by 3, we will take 1 by third of the rate. 1 by third of the rate. Okay. So let us start and see how far we can understand all. Okay. Very simple. My dear student, compound interest is not a big thing, but here little complex part are there, like this. 4 months means 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 means we can do separately 2 years per annum, not 2 years we can do. Then for this 1 by third of the years, we will take 1 by third of the rate and we will complete in 1 year. एक और years के लिए हम लोग निकालेगा ये rate को 1 by third. I'll show you. So first of all, now see let's say for the first 2 years. For the first 2 years, okay, 2 years, then amount will be how much? P into 1 plus R upon 100 by N. So here when the principal is 26,400 into 1 plus R upon R. How much R? R is written here, then 100. And it will be 2 because first 2 years we calculate. Clear? Then we have here this rupees, okay? Rupees, don't forget rupees. Rupees 26,400 into, you just set it here, this 15. So let us answer 15 one is look 5. 5 3 is a 15, and now you get here 520. Okay, then you get here in the bracket 23 by 20 to the power 2. LCM 20, 21 is 20, 20 plus 3, 23 by 20. Okay, clear? Now you have to calculate the amount on this calculation or multiplication. Rupees, amount will be rupees 26,400 into 23 by 20 into 23 by 20 like this. Those two terms are there, isn't it? So this two zeros and these zeros will cancel. Now you multiply this 264 with 23, again another 23, then divide by 4. Once again multiply 264 with 23, again with 23. Or you can find out the 23 square and multiply with this. That's also you can do. Okay, otherwise you can do small calculation. First you calculate this 264 and 23, then again multiply 23, then divide by 4. Isn't it? Yes. So the actual figure I will show you 26,000, no, 264 into 23 into 23 or 23 square. Okay, then divide by 4. So this calculation, this figure I will show you, okay, with my calculation. So now we get how much? Let us see. We get 24,914. We get, okay. The amount is 34,914 we are getting here. So I just calculated. So we got here 34,914 we are getting here as the amount of the first 2 years. This amount of 2 years will become the principal of the next year. The principal of the next year. Next year means not a year, but it's 1/3 of the year. So we'll take 1 year, and we'll take 1/3 of the rate. Rate will be not 50. Rate will be 1/3. Okay, clear? So this is about the 2 years now. Now next. Okay. So keep this somewhere there. You get here amount rupees 3491. Okay. This is the amount for the first 2 years. Then next we will calculate for the next 1/3 of the year. 1/3 of the year. 1/3 of the year. So now again, this write up again. Okay. Again for 1/3 of a year. 4 months. 4 months will be 1/3 of the year. So here what we have to do is that amount here will be principal into 1 plus r upon 100, isn't it? To the power n. Now see, now the principal will be the amount of the second year, amount of the 2 years. In the end of the 2 year, at the end of the 2 year, we got the amount as 34,914 units. This will be the principal. Okay. Then calculate here. 1 plus r. My dear student, one more thing we have to do here. This n a year, so take 1. Okay. Take 1. Whether you take 1 or not, it doesn't matter. A year, 1/3 of the year. So 1/3 of the year you take 1 year, but whatever rate, in the rate only we have to do is rate will be now 1/3 of the rate is 15. 1/3 of the 15, isn't it? By 100. Why I take 1/3? Because it is 1/3 of the years. So in a year 15%. In a year for 1 year 15% is. But we are going to calculate for the 1/3 of the year. So we have to we have to multiply with 1/3 and the 15, the rate also. The rate also will be calculated for this 4 months, isn't it? 4 months. 4 months is 1/3 of the year, isn't it? So 1/3 will be multiplied. Okay. Yes, 15. Now next, what we have here is 34,914, isn't it? Then see, my dear student, one will be here, one is in this package. See, 3 and 15 can be cancelled. How much? 3 5 is 15 here. Now you get here 1 plus 5 by 100. Isn't it? Now you get here, my dear student, replace 34,914 and multiply with, you know how much? 1 time. 1 time is no need to multiply again like before. 1 time only. So just write down. So LCM 100, isn't it? Also you can write 100. Do one thing like this. Yeah. So this also can be cancelled. 1 and here 20. Yes. So 1 by 20. 1 by 20 means LCM we take here, we get 20 and 20 into 1 is 20, we get here plus 1. That means we get 21. Okay, clear? So now finally what we have to do is that you multiply, we multiply 34,914 into 21 and divide by 20. Then you get the final amount after 2 years and 4 months. From there, you can find out the compound interest. This interest is the amount minus interest, isn't it? That's all. So we'll get a final amount. From there, we have to minus the, we have to subtract the principal. Okay, then we'll get the compound interest. So let us see how much we get here. So my dear friend, now you see here, after multiplying these two, we get here this much of amount here, and that the product of these two. Okay, here we divide by 20 here. After dividing by 20, we get the number here. This thing, that is 3659.70 rupees is the total amount to be paid by that the loan. Okay, clear? Yeah. So therefore, the final amount to be returned is rupees 36,659.70. This was the amount. Okay, clear? So once again, just you calculate and see, you will get this all. Okay. Now this is the answer for question number 2, and now let's go to the next question. So my dear student, next question is question number 3, and question number 3 and 4 are little simple. Okay, little simple. So 3 and 4, please you try yourself and practice. You will be. So just follow this all the formalities, the steps of solving the problem. This is how we do. Okay, clear? So just here, different people will show you different type of calculations of this 2 years and 4 months. Okay, but here I want to just make you that clearly you do for the 2 years, and in the last amount of these 2 years you are going to calculate for 1 by 3 of this. This is very simple to go, even though it is a long process. Clear? So 3 and question number 3 and 4 is almost like this kind of questions only. So 3 and 4 I want to give you homework for you. Okay, and some more questions from the question number 1. So homework, do them and try it. Okay, if you have any difficulties, then we will discuss it in another free time. Okay, in another extra time. And now for today's, my dear student, here I will conclude the session here for today, and we'll meet again in the next video with the continuation of the same exercise 3 and other questions. Okay, till then, have a nice day, and thank you once again for watching. Take care. Bye bye.